The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New York Giants and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Ready. Smash.
They'll start out on the ground and Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Jones now in motion left. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
22 needle. Ultra. Go ultra.
Again, it's Barkley. And some room to work. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now Lawrence. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. Touchdown. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Check, smash. Ready, ready.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. He'll get this to about the 38. These two teams, the Jags and Giants, two lowest scoring teams in the NFL last year in 2021. The Jags 14.9 points a game. Giants only slightly better, 15.2. Now, by comparison, you think about the Cowboys, they led the league 31.2 points per game. So more than both of these two clubs combined. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch out now. 52. Hey, confused. Check, pitch. Hut, hut.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Two, go. Slide through.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go. Here we go. Steal. Check, steal. Zone red. Steal. Black. Blue striker. Blue green. Ready?
Young on 3rd down. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Black Ultra. Hey, Black.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Robert Quinn in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Ready.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Young. Well, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Ultra. Ready?
Now Young on 4th down. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Hey, one.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. The Jaguars at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Looking for Tyquan Thornton on that one. And now it's third down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
On third down, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves. Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Got it.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, this run defense gets an F so far. They're letting this guy carve them to shreds in the first quarter of play. He's already hit the 100-yard mark.
Come on.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Hey,
the slot man in motion right.
Strike. Hey, go steal. Opposite. Green.
A first down carry for Barkley. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Right.
On 2nd and 12, Young. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have retaken the lead. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that?
Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They go play action with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, high 7.
Play action. It's Lawrence. That's going to be caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys have now moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Ready up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now Lawrence on first down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. To throw again on second down. Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Palmer. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ready.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. Now Lawrence. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking in end zone, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick here is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Okay, ready?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
43 rail. Connect, left. Connect, red. Yellow, line. Cut.
They'll go to Barkley again. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Set button. Ball red. Ready?
3rd down, Young from the gun. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
Ready, ready. Strike through. Steel, black. Blue striker. Blue black. Yellow, go. Real green. Black ultra. Set up.
4th down, Young. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Amulikin. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Here we go, set. Green, yellow. Green, jack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
32 jet bombers, 32 jet bombers.
On play action, Lawrence.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
General West.
Now Lawrence to throw. And this to a former Giant. It's Evan Ingram. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hey, Charlie.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, get set.
Here's Lawrence.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked up by Foyesade American.
So his struggle is just continuing here in the 1st half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Lawrence on the sneak,
and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence
in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Jags will extend their lead here just before halftime.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the 1st half as they'll kick this one away.
fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Final play of the half, Young. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
On second down, here's Lawrence. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Palmer. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. But to throw again is Lawrence. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The Giants understandably want to bring Barkley back slowly from a torn ACL last season, especially after their star also picked up an early season ankle injury. In the end, the production was just 600 yards for him in 2021. But the silver lining, it should be full speed ahead from the very first snap this season.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Claws red.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. From the 36, Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
They go play action. Young. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. A gain of 22.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Davion Taylor, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Throwing on second and long. Young.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Young will set to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
Mega.
Young to throw on fourth. Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Second and 5 now. Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Following the interception, Young. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Jags are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's going to air one out. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Straight ahead, Etn. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw. And that's complete to Etn out of the backfield. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Etn is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The center receiver in motion to the right. A first down throw for Young. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Running left, it's Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Ready.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Young now. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Here we go.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Blue striker. Ready?
Throwing, Young. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie, because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the try here for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Young. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Robert Quinn able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Let's go.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Young. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
Black ultra. Red cycle. Ready?
First down, Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but that's the third interception for Lawrence. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And Young's throw there incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Come on, set.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Smash, red. Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Needle blue. White. Red, yellow. Black shot.
Young on third down. Got a man, Slayton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Blaster, stick. Claude red.
Young looks to throw on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Got it.
One last shot for Young. Catch made here by Campbell. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.